where's the edit button?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is. Then we're lurking. We're already live for them. Public. There we go. Now we should be the online. That's the word I was looking for.
Yay.
Good day to the interwebs. How's it going? I assume this is live now. At least I told YouTube to do so. Well, I got the email that things are live, so should be
YouTube
good.
Sometimes does not listen, and yeah, it looks like it's live.
Nice, very nice. Oh boy. Well, here we are again. I guess we kind of just started up Spookyween already with The Void last week, and now we're doing another horror thingy-majig as well, because
Yeah, it's close enough.
yeah,
Silent Hill's coming out this week. You know, people are getting into Halloween mood.
absolutely. We can start Halloween whenever we want. We never need to end it. I'm sure there's podcasts and stuff that just do horror stuff all year. So you know what? We can start early. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Open my
Sounds good to me.
Monster Energy, which is now only called Top Speed and not Lewis Hamilton anymore, because I assume their licensing ran out.
Fair enough.
It's just funny because it always said like Lewis Hamilton edition, and now just says Top Speed. It's just such a generic name.
SF Bruce says the Blob. I didn't know they adapted Boogie's life.
Who knows what happens when you get hugged by a boogie? You might start to, I don't know, melt into nothingness.
Yeah.
Get
like
absorbed
being
into his
melted and suffocated at the same time.
B-movie recommendation. I bought a vampire motorcycle. That sounds hilarious, the title alone.
So is the motorcycle, was it one that belonged to a vampire, or is the motorcycle itself a vampire?
That's the mystery. We need to figure that out. Possibly. So yeah, luckily my PC crashed right before the stream, so we should be good for during the stream and pretty much the next 2 days. Because I still have random issues going on. People might remember that things just started crashing while I was streaming. And that was like a thing where it said, hey, Logitech thing caused this. And I was like, okay, cool. Then I uninstalled it and it was fine. And now there's a new issue that just says, yeah, the driver timed out. Why? I don't know.
Just did.
It's one of those issues where I have pretty much nothing to go by. I already DDU'd the whole thing, all the classic stuff, but I don't know. Maybe I need to reinstall Windows. Maybe I'll try to just install the driver version before this one. We shall see. But yeah, that's it's fun stuff. It's fun stuff nonetheless.
Just remember to not drink and install drivers.
Yeah. I just had something, but now it's gone.
Bring it back.
I mean, I don't really have a lot to talk about, like, from the week, because when I did things, I was mostly doing it on stream, because I was playing Silksong, which that's the last thing I played. Well, I'm still playing Path of Exile, the new league, which is it was kind of fun. Went over.
I haven't played Path of Exile in a little bit. I should probably get back to it at some point. I'll be in Silent Hill mode this week.
Because on Friday, I went over my gear with a friendo because he got lucky with divine orbs. I found like some gear that you could sell for like 9 divine orbs, which is like worth a lot. So he basically was just all kidding us out. So we can do the endgame stuff. I mean, we got to the endgame ourselves, but he was just like, let's look what we can find. And then we just got it in the marketplace, which they now have and is much more accessible than before. So that's nice. But yeah, this character is now... I've been doing a monk with the hollow palm, which is one of the new things on the tree. It's basically just fist and that's it.
As monks do.
And you use that instead of your quarterstaff, but they also put like their own animations in it for it, so that's kind of cool. And I've built something completely off meta. Like the normal meta is like, oh, was lightning or fire, lightning or ice. I was like, shit's boring. I want to do something else. And now I have like a monk that does bleed damage and crits, and it's been working really well. So that was nice.
Yeah, my archer, I think it was a witch hunter class that I use, but I primarily use poison stuff.
Yeah,
I
your
found
washing
that
is done.
the damage over. Yeah. Oh, you hear that? Okay. Yeah.
It's funny. I had a washer that did the exact same jingle when I was living in Munich.
Probably LG is
Probably
the
wasn't
brand.
LG. Yeah, that sounded so familiar. That's funny. But yeah, I've been enjoying that. I don't
I
know
should
how.
probably go change it over, but at the same time, I don't want to I don't want to take a break the moment we start the podcast.
But I don't know how long I'll play this league because I'm at the end game, just kind of fucking around right now. Just do a couple of maps in between things, and yeah, I don't know. Just that's what I've been doing. Oh, that's something I've seen though. Actually today. I don't know if you've seen this already, Mark. I mean, you probably remember when we talked about the whole blocking of NSFW games because of the bangs
Yeah.
and stuff. So apparently, there's been a new development on Steam of that, but in a bad way.
Oh, delightful.
So apparently, Steam is now blocking NSFW updates for published games already. And if they want to do updates with more mature content, they have to flag it as DLC, I think, and have to go through a review process first. And the developers who talked about this were like, oh yeah, that's not Steam's fault though. They're basically pretty much forced to do it because of all, the Visa and MasterCard people that just don't
Thanks,
want that
Australia.
and stuff. And I was like, why do they
Yeah,
get to do
JoJo's
this?
pissed.
Because I'm pretty sure I
Well,
talked about this like 2 days ago while I was playing Silksong because it came up again. And I was getting complaints like, you're there to process my money to the places where they need to go. That's all you're supposed to do. If you see illegal activity, obviously you gotta report it. But other than that, how about you just do what you're supposed to do and not block things that have nothing to do with you? Like
yeah,
what is this fucking dystopian world we're starting to live in? Like holy shit.
you'd think that would be the simple answer, but I guess that when places like Visa and MasterCard or whatever other payment processors are getting pressure from groups like Collective Shout and stuff that
Fuck
are
is that?
basically trying. Oh, have you not heard that that was the thing that kind of kicked all this stuff off? It was Collective Shouts, an Australian like advocacy group that, funny enough, being Australia, where like no video games are allowed to be played.
Yeah.
But they were going against that. God, I forgot the name of it. I think it was No Mercy is the name of the game. It was like an adult content game in which like apparently some more, I don't know, non-consensual things
Mm.
happen. And that's kind of what started this whole like, oh, now like there's a bunch of non-legal adult content on Steam, and it can't happen, so therefore we need to now go to the payment processors. So I think that like where it gets ugly is at what point do you draw the line? Like
That's always
if
the
it's a
thing. Yeah.
game, if it's a game that has some boobs and a bunch of violence in it, is that considered sexual violence? So it's like, would something like God of War be?
Mm.
It's like, oh well, that's inappropriate. It's like, well, I mean, maybe, but like, how inappropriate do you get before it's you can't have this on the platform? Bad, right? Like,
Yeah, because
I don't
I
know.
assume the quote unquote terms they said are like super vague, so they can have like their own little wiggling room for that and point at things like
Yeah.
that's bad, don't do that. But yeah,
And like I think the real danger though is like once we start allowing places like Visa or MasterCard to just flex their muscles and be like, okay, take down all this type of content. What happens when they decide, all right, well, there's shootings that we can now credibly tie to video games because of some study that we had commissioned
Yeah.
by a bunch of people who don't understand video games. So now anything that has a gun in it is considered inappropriate content that we will not process payments for. And it's like, okay, well then you've got entire genres of video games that are going to be pulled down because of that.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, especially if it's just like, well, but what about like illegal content? I mean, if crimes are happening in the game, then it's like, okay, so what about Grand Theft Auto? Like, why don't we
Yeah.
why don't we draw the line at illegal content? Like, if you have, you know, a material involving children that is very obviously illegal, it's like, okay, no, like that obviously is pretty reasonable to say that can't be on Steam.
Oh, of course.
But I don't necessarily think it's the payment processors who should be making that decision.
Exactly.
I think at that point, it's like Steam should be making that decision. And if Steam is like, no, we want all of the very, very illegal content on there because screw you, government. It's like, okay, but like, I mean, then they can actually get prosecuted then, right? And so it's like there's a system already in place for controlling that type of content, and it's called the law. So I don't necessarily think that payment processors need to come in and say, well, we can't be co-signing on. There's a game where you play as a Japanese schoolgirl that's fighting a bunch of like demons, and there's like abuse and violence and things. It's like, yes, it's called Silent Hill F. It's coming out this week. It's like, well, we can't have that.
Not
It's
allowed.
like,
Well, they probably won't go against the big companies because they're gonna lose. They have unlimited money to go after that.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, as much as Konami is not a small company, I think that at the very least, their gaming division was not making them enough money that they supported it for like the last 10 years until essentially last year when like the Silent Hill remake came out. Because like Konami was not putting out games for a long time. They were just doing pachinko machines, and I think they have like fitness clubs and stuff in Japan.
Fitness clubs.
So
What?
yeah, like gyms.
Really?
Yeah.
Konami Gym.
Yeah. It's
Holy
I guess
shit.
it's one of those things that's like it's a big company that does a few different things, and video games was one of them. But I think that if Konami, in particular, like using Silent Hill as the example, they're like, okay, well, the character you play as in Silent Hill F is like a Japanese teenager, and therefore it's violence against a minor, so therefore it can't be sold. If they're in a situation where they have to put up like millions of dollars in lawsuits and stuff to try to defend it, they like I could see a company like Konami just being like, okay, you know what, this isn't even worth it then.
Yeah.
Not that I've like gone over their financials for the last couple of years. For all I know, like Metal Gear Delta and like Silent Hill remake made them a bunch of money, so they're back in video games. And like, yeah, why do we ever leave? But it also might be like, well, we're dipping our toe back in the video game pool, but if we might end up being like prosecuted because of it, maybe they like a company like them would decide not to. Now I think like Microsoft and Activision would like I don't think you'd be in any risk of losing Call of Duty because some group decided they were going to try to get guns removed from video games.
Yeah.
But I just think that when we start with the sexual content involving minors, that's definitely out, but now sexual content in general is out. It's like, whoa, wait, why? And it's like, well, because it's not good for people. It's inappropriate material. It's like, yeah, but there's a lot of things in video games that are inappropriate material that isn't illegal that we don't want to lose if we open the door to they can just be the moral police, right?
Also, just do it like after the fact when the game is already released. If they want to like just update the game to have more of that content. I don't know what's like a popular I can't even check on my Steam what's a popular like not safe for work game. I think like visual novels are like super popular, and I guess those get upgraded with more visuals. So every time they want to do that, they have to do it as DLC now. So they can't just give people the content, from what I understand, because they have to go through a review process. Like, I was like,
you'd figure that though, as long as the content is in line with the ESRB rating that the game would have gotten to begin with, and like, why should it matter at all? And it's like, well, because we need more control, I think, is the answer, and it sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I just I find it really annoying, and yeah, because of all the points you've already pointed out. Like, where's the line? Where does it stop? And when does it become too muddy? Like, what if I want to make content that I don't know, wants to warn people about like abuse of children, and then you start to tackle that topic, and because that topic is tackled, they're like, nope, not allowed. And it's like, oh, I guess I can't do that either. It's like the whole
Well,
thing.
I mean, yeah, there you go. Like, speaking of Metal Gear Solid 5, you could probably use like the child soldiers in Metal Gear 5. It's like, well, I mean, that we can't have that in a game. It's like,
Right.
yeah, but it is sort of used narratively. It's not celebrated. Like, it's it is shown as being kind of a bad thing that like destroys these kids, and might be the reason why Liquid Snake ends up being a villain ultimately.
Yeah. Yeah, it always comes up, the whole gaming topic, and there's still like politicians and like every government around the world that jump upon the wagon. It's like, that video game's bad, shooting bad, video game shooting's bad. It's like, every time you think we're past this, someone's gonna pick it up from whatever party. It doesn't actually matter. Like, they jump on it whenever they can because they're old. They just want to play video games.
And I mean, hey, if that road gets traveled further, what about things like, I mean, what we're covering today? Like, what about a horror movie?
What
It's
about a
like,
horror
well,
movie? Yeah.
this person who did this bad thing was apparently watching a lot of horror movies, and it's like, yeah, I mean, maybe they were attracted to dark content because they had dark things going on in their real
Yeah.
life that weren't downstream from the horror movies they were watching. It was just the horror movies were a way they were trying to express those feelings.
Yeah. Yep. It's
Yeah.
always a fun topic. That one, really, really fun. Yeah,
I think the thing that always blows my mind about it, though, is anytime the groups that advocate against video games, anytime you hear them start talking about video games, it's just so abundantly clear
they have
know
no fucking
nothing
clue.
about video games.
And the news stations as well. When did it happen? Was it like a couple of months ago where they put like a NES cartridge in an SNES system or something and put it on the table?
I think it was Geraldo Rivera, that old like newscaster guy. He pretty famously had this like vault of Al Capone that he opened live on TV, and there was nothing in it. But he blamed the recent shooting on Halo in particular. And then I think that he says, like, basically in Halo, there's two groups that are fighting, the elites and the grunts. And as the grunts, you have to fight the elites by killing them and shooting them with guns. Like, dude, none of what you just said is correct. Like, all of it is inaccurate. Like, dude, I mean, like, I think he thought the humans were the grunts, because that's like a term that's used for infantry. But
Yeah.
Those are grunts and elites are actually both on the same side, and yeah, neither of them are the humans. So.
Oh yes, Halo. Maybe that's gonna come back one day and be good or something. Who knows?
Yeah, it's always possible. Although I think right now what they're doing is an Unreal Engine 5 remake of the original game, which is probably the least necessary thing that needs to happen.
So. I already have the Master Chief Collection. With the game, I don't need a UE5 version of it.
Well, but have you considered how the reflections might look with ray tracing running at like 60 FPS when you upscale it from 720p with 4x frame gen?
That's gonna be awesome, dude.
Yeah, I can't wait.
There was an uptick against violence against metal balls when pinball machines started to become popular. Stupid metal balls. What, do you want a stutter-free game? Yeah, that's ridiculous. Except for Gary, he's the gaming master. As long as there's no doors involved, he should be fine.
Yeah. Doors are his natural enemy.
What the fuck, devs for all being lazy going to UE5. It's really annoying. I think I saw a tweet the last couple of days where they compared Borderlands with what was the other game? It was some other game that used its own engine, and I think it was basically Green Tech says, "Oh,
The Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Dying Light the Beast, I think, were the two that I
Dying
saw
Light was
being
the
brought
one.
up the
Yeah,
most.
yeah, yeah." It was like, oh, when they use their own engine, it just runs fine and has no problems. And when you use the UE5 engine, everything just goes to shit. This was the norm at some point where they mostly use their own engines.
Yeah, and I
And
mean,
the
I
thing is,
guess I can
UE5,
understand.
it made sense with UE4 and 3 even. Like, those ran good, right? As far as I can remember. But
Unreal
UE5 is
Engine
just
4 took a bit
bad.
of time to start getting good,
Right.
and I think it was never particularly great for open world games either. But Unreal Engine 3 was used by a lot of people. The
Oh,
thing
yeah.
is, though, there were a bunch of other engines that people would use. It wasn't only Unreal. Now that everything's becoming only Unreal
Yeah.
Engine, it's like I feel like I wouldn't even necessarily say all these companies need to code their own engines from the ground up, because like that does take a lot of time and probably expense that some
Oh, yeah.
publishers might not be wanting to put into just a random game.
But you don't need to do
At the same
UE5
time,
every time.
well, that's the thing. I think like this idea that like, well, everyone knows how to use Unreal Engine 5, so let's just use that one. It's the one that everyone likes and everyone uses. It's like, but it's got some pretty serious problems, and
Apparently
most of the
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say most of the solutions for them seem to be like, well, but yeah, we'll just use AI upscaling and frame generation and things like
Hooray.
that, and then
Yeah, I'm curious to see what this new UE5 update brings. I think version 5.3 is it or something? Apparently that got rid of a whole bunch of issues. We'll see how that works. But hey, if you make a
yeah, we'll
game out
see.
there, you don't need to use UE5. You got Godot, right? That's a good engine, right?
Yeah, and even like I mean, looking at Silksong, like Unity, still
Unity,
pretty
that's
good. As
still
much as
going strong, pretty sure, huh?
yeah, I mean, as it was, I think they've had some of their own issues with
Hmm.
like what would be the word for it? Policy, like licensing fees and things like that. I think they did some weird stuff a little while back. I don't really remember it exactly. I did at the time, but it's kind of slipped my mind now. But I don't know, like I mean, even you, there are plenty of other game engines out there that I don't necessarily think Unreal Engine 5 is the one that everyone should be using. And especially when it's companies like CD Projekt using it for both Cyberpunk and Witcher, it's like, man, like you guys are sort of on the bubble for people never trusting you again when it comes to like a game launching broken. So I don't necessarily know that moving from the red engine, that as much as like Cyberpunk had a rocky launch, it's in a pretty good place now and runs and looks really, really good on a lot of hardware. I don't know how it's gonna go when they're like, okay, now Witcher 4 is Unreal Engine 5, and their little tech demo thing, they said it was running at what did they say it was? It was 60 FPS on a base PS5, but it was also like not the game. It was like technical tests sort of deal. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess we'll see how that ends up going, but not sure. Not sure about any of this.
Well, that's shit talking my title and name apparently.
No.
Shlocky 80 Zora practical effects, disrespecting Darabon's to Blob as though you can't refer to him by name. You guys disgust me, much like the Blob. Hi,
Yeah, the
Bubshley.
Blob it's a pretty disgusting
It's pretty
monster.
gross.
Yes. Hello, Muller.
I just randomly see on my phone the the name of the movie is just Le Blob. Le Blob.
Le Blob.
Le Blob.
Le Blob. French film Le Blob.
It's funny to just see that. That's fun. How dare you, Marlo? The Blob is beautiful. Ew. They'll promise 60 FPS on a 5090 if you use DLSS performance and frame generation times 4. Yeah, I sure hope everyone who bought a $2,000 graphics card back in the day
They're like $3,500
or
here.
more, yeah. Don't you angry wave
Yeah.
at us, Mupley, you dingleberry. Mupley grew up surrounded by blobs. Ew.
Ew.
Disgusting. Blub blub.
Been blobbing all over the place there.
Konami literally has Fox Engine they used for 2 games. I know. We talked about
I
this
believe.
during the Metal Gear Forges. Like, you have your own engine. You could have just kept up with that one.
Yeah, and even then, like I've been in arguments over the past month, like due to Metal Gear Delta over Fox Engine, and you'd be amazed how many people are just like, yeah, but Unreal Engine 5 looks so much better, and like it plays so much better than Metal Gear Solid 5. And I went back and played some Metal Gear Solid 5. I wouldn't say Delta plays better than it for sure. As good, maybe, but I mean, there's definitely also a lot more things you can do in Metal Gear Solid 5. So I
Yeah.
don't know that I'd give UE5 the gameplay edge in that regard, but it certainly doesn't run better. That's
Yeah. Das Bluben, German version. I actually just checked what the German name is. It's just Blob. And then just
well,
a
yeah.
subtitle is just Schrecken ohne Namen, which basically just means horror without name.
We don't need the word za in there. It
No.
is silly. And our word for it is die. Die blob and sounds different.
Die Bart, die. Oh.
It says the Bart, the.
Yeah. Like Solid 5 ran pretty well even on my old PC. I mean, I'm pretty sure it ran well on my old one as well, because that's where I played it
1080p,
on.
60 FPS on a base PS4. That's 720p, 30 FPS on a PS3. That's another thing a lot of people don't quite remember, that Metal Gear Solid 5 even runs on an Xbox 360 or a PS3. I really don't think Metal Gear Solid Delta would.
The German version is just a picture of metal. Ha! Got him! That would be interesting, because I was born like 3 years after this, right? This is 1988, so yeah.
I was born 4 years before.
They just got a picture of me the way I look now, with beard and everything. It's like, how'd you do that? No one from Germany could be evil. They all come from Austria, dude. They come from Austria. This
Austrian immigrants.
Yeah.
Gotta build that wall.
You gotta build that wall around Austria and make Austria pay for it. They gave the horror without a name a name. Yeah, they screwed that one up. So you're saying you were a big blobby baby? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know.
I think I was an average sized baby.
You're not comparing it to the 1958 Steve McQueen version? Marc told me to watch this one. That's what I did.
Yeah, I didn't watch the original. I just I came across this one in my recent movie watching adventures, and I was surprised by how much fun it was.
Right. I did do a little bit of checking online, but apparently most people prefer this version over the old one.
Maybe likewise with The Thing and the Fly, the other titled a 1980s horror remakes of old 1950s movies.
I don't know how the older one looked, but it was like 1950 something. Oh, 58. Dave just said that in the chat. I wonder how that one looks. But this one looks really good. Like the practical effects are quite great. I really enjoyed them.
The character in this one does use a funny enough Steve McQueen and Metal Gear Solid reference motorcycle, Triumph.
Ooh, true. Yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, good point. And yeah, this movie bombed in the box office. I think it cost like 10 million and only made like 8 or something along those lines. And I don't think the reception was super great back then. But it's one of those movies that has garnered like somewhat of a cult following, as you say. And people really enjoy this movie for what it is and how awesome the practical effects are in this version specifically.
Yeah, they are pretty good.
No. As all fun movies do. There's something there, right, where people go and revisit those movies and like, this is kind of fun.
Well, and I mean, I think that Frank Darabont's script helps that a lot too, because as much as this is kind of a silly movie, it's treated seriously. Like it's not
Oh
it's
yeah.
not like the people in the movie itself are constantly cracking jokes about the fact that they're up against this big,
Dude, if a
like,
Marvel
blob
movie these
monster,
days
isn't it?
could pull off like a simple script like this, dude, they would like go up by 2 points with all their movies immediately.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just
It's
it's
even things like the way we're introduced to one of the protagonists is he's like the motorcycle I reference. He's trying to practice a motorcycle jump over this little creek with a broken bridge.
yeah.
And there's a kid who has some trouble doing up his zipper and like all sorts of little things that you don't even necessarily track as being setups that then get paid off later in the movie. And it actually kind of
Mm,
made rewatching it kind of neat because things like the zipper I didn't really catch the first time, that the kid had trouble with putting on the jacket when he's first getting it on, and then it's used as a moment of tension later in the movie, and it's like,
yeah.
wow, it's that little bit of thought that just shows me that you cared while you were writing this. Is so nice to see.
You know what? It just goes a long way when you can tell what the fuck is going on in your movie. It's just good stuff. It's like, oh, there's a spooky blob monster that wants to eat everything. Uh, don't try not to die and run away.
Yeah.
And yeah, the movie had the balls to kill a kid character. Yeah, but then they never mentioned it after he died, which I
Yeah, I
found
guess they
pretty
don't
funny.
really do that. His brother dies too in the theater.
No,
That whole family had a rough day.
yeah. So yeah, the Blobbenheimers is what we're talking about, obviously. And
Mhm.
I noticed when I was watching this, they do like 2.5 minutes of like, I don't know, just showing the town and having like the credits on screen. And I was like,
Yeah.
how long are they done soon? Like, should I just skip? Is anything
Yeah,
happening?
lots of older movies I found
Yeah,
had pretty extended opening credits. That's it's a trend that's mostly gone away
yeah.
these days.
I just
But
noticed it. It's like,
it
man,
used to be pretty common.
we're like still showing other places here. It's like, all right, oh, there's another one. And then they show a cemetery, and they pan the camera, and right next to it is a stadium, which I don't know. Is that weird? That seems weird to me. Like just location wise, it's nothing really to do with the
Yeah.
movie. I'm just wondering. I was wondering about this. Like you have like a cemetery and then just a fucking loud ass stadium thingy where they play football.
All the people in this town don't even realize they're gonna die.
Oh my god, no. Oh. Oh, thank fuck! It's just VLC who was having a tism. I thought I had another crash. Okay,
Okay.
we're good. Um,
But yeah, as it opens though, we get to this high school football
yeah.
game, and we meet. I think that this movie does kind of a neat little subversion where you're really kind of given the impression that that this kid's going to be the protagonist
Oh yeah,
because
yeah.
he's the first one we see. We're kind of getting him like sort of working up the nerve to ask out the cheerleader, who's actually the lady from the Saw movies. The Amanda, I think, is the character in Saw.
Oh,
The
oh
one
yeah.
who almost gets her jaw ripped open in the first one, then she
I didn't
becomes evil.
recognize her at all. She's so young.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, you also see like the Reverend in the crowd and shit like this. Just
Mhm.
see a couple of the characters. And it's like I don't know. It's just a pretty normal. It's like oh, they're playing football. He uh wants to get a girl and doing all that shenanigans. And it's like oh, I'm waiting for the right time to ask her out, and he gets like tackled by like 6 people, and she
Yeah.
looks at him from the top. It's like, are you okay? Yeah, what are you doing this afternoon? And I guess it's a date. I just found that funny.
I mean, the idea of like you get decked and then you might be thinking, oh man, okay, whatever. I should just do this. Now's as good a time as any. She
Yeah.
came over to check on me.
In any case, time for our real protagonist to show up, and he's just called Flag for the most part of the movie,
Yeah.
and he's the most 80s looking character I've ever seen. It's just
Dude, he's Flag
look at
wearing a
this
black
guy,
jacket, and
leather
we also
jacket,
know
has cigarettes, drinking a beer, has a motorcycle, big fat mullet going on. Also, when you have like close shots, he looks like he's like 17 years old, while he behaves like he's 36. It's
yeah,
just
it's Kevin Dillon to Matt Dillon's brother. Who,
right.
I think a lot of people might just know him from the Entourage show. He was like the washed up actor guy that's like in the titular Entourage. But I thought what was neat though is his name being Flag and him wearing like a black jacket, and knowing Frank Darabont is a pretty big Stephen King fan. Flag is also the name of the man in black in The Stand.
Okay.
So I don't know, caught that little reference.
Nice. But yeah, he's just looking at this little broken bridge, and it's like, ah, God, maybe I can make this bridge. By the way, he's like a close shot of his face. He looks so young.
I mean, he is supposed to be a high school student.
I know, it's just so funny because if you see him from afar, it's like, oh, he's like, I don't know, 37. And then you see his face, no beard, and it's like, oh, he's like 12.
He's but a young man.
Yeah, that is fun. But yeah, he chugs his beer, and you get a little spook. He's like, ooh, because there's a guy in the background. It's like, oh God, he's gonna kill him, but don't worry, it's just a hobo. He just wants the can he just threw down the bridge to recycle or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to do that big old jump, but he can't make it because the motorcycle is kind of flaming up, yeah. And then he crashes and burns, and then he dies in the movie end. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's it. So
That's it.
he just kind of wipes out. He's
Yeah.
more or less okay, but it does show that it's like, well, this is something that he really wants to do, but he doesn't quite have it down yet.
Yeah, but he gets a little applause.
It might have just been, yeah.
A little applause from the hobo.
Yeah. And then the hobo takes the applause, and then he grabs his beer can,
Yeah.
just pours it out, and he's like, "Yeah, this is actually why I was here."
But yeah, there's our protagonist, good old action man guy. Then we get a scene with the sheriff and the diner lady, and they're pretty much just kind of having some chit chat going on.
The sheriff's the old man from The Mist, and Glenn from, not Glenn. Oh God, whatever. He's in Walking Dead.
Right.
I forget the character's name now.
I can't help you. I know I watched The Walking Dead.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, you would have remembered him from The Mist also, though. So there's some characters that you might recognize from other Frank Darabont things. He apparently likes sticking to the similar actors.
You need a lighter, more powerful bike with much better suspension. Also one that doesn't stall halfway through.
I think Dale. Dale might be the name.
Yeah, they kind of just chit chat around a little bit. It's like, oh, it's a bit boring right now, but they're gonna be done with their game, and then they're all gonna come here and have some food and holler around. And it's gonna be busy, and also the weather is gonna be better or something, and there's gonna be tourists and stuff because it's been a bit of a low season, a silent season. And then the guy's trying to make a date with her. It's like, I'm kind of busy. I'm stuck here. But she ends up writing on a little piece of paper on his bill or his receipts, like, I'm free at 11. He's like, yay, we're going to go out.
Hooray.
I'm sure that's going to happen for sure.
That'll go well, yeah.
That'll go very well. Yeah, the flag comes back
just
to
little character introductions.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I think they do a good job of setting people up to be like, any one of these people could end up being the main protagonist, and who it ends up being is maybe a bit of a surprise the first time you're watching it too. Like, I mean, we've kind of already mentioned that it's Flag, but I think him seeming like kind of the town ruffian, like you're not really thinking of him as like the guy who's going to end up being the hero.
Yeah. I mean, it becomes clear throughout the movie. We do like a little bit of a basis, like, don't trust the authorities or the government. Like they go to the hospital at one time, it's like, does he have insurance, that old hobo man? Or when they talk to Flag later and they're just being mean to him because he's gotten in trouble before. And just the whole thing that happens later on was like, I just see a bunch of guys with unmarked trucks. I think this whole stuff is fishy.
Yeah, then it turns out to be true.
It turns out to be true. Very based message. Don't trust the government.
Yeah,
and now I'm on the list
during the
again.
Cold
There
War.
you go. Yeah, Flag sees the. No, wait. The sheriff sees Flag and is like, oh, when your birthday is up, you're not going to be in trouble anymore. Juvie Hall? What's that, like just juvenile prison or something?
Yeah, it's a juvenile detention.
Detention,
center.
right,
It's
yeah.
like a teenager prison.
Yeah, so he's not going to be in that small thing. If he gets in trouble again, he goes to actual prison. It's like, oh no. So yeah, he's as you said, the town ruffian. But then he goes to Moss's garage. The funny thing is, the first time I saw it, and because it's like an 80s movie and I see this black hair, it's like, oh, is he gonna die first? But no, he pretty much is not even in the movie. He's just there at the end and makes some jokes.
Well, I mean, at the same time, in this scene, would not like realizing it on first viewing does kind of set up something pretty major for the ending, because he's got this this snow machine.
Oh, I immediately was like, this is how they kill the monster. I immediately caught up to that.
Really?
Oh
No,
yeah.
see, I didn't catch that at first. Although
Well, the thing is, I've never
caught
seen
on a little bit when they're in the restaurant later.
The thing is, I've never seen the movie, but if you tell me there's like a monster that's a blob and there's like something to freeze something, it's like, that's probably gonna happen. That's how it's kind of.
Well, see, I mean, I kind of, because I think actually, did the sheriff mention something to the girl at the diner about ski season? Like, I just thought
Yeah.
it was just kind of giving more like backstory on the town, and then like this guy's like, yeah, no, I even bought a snow machine, and like I'm gonna have it for ski season. And I thought they just used it as a joke, because he's like, well, like why do you have it running now? And then he goes and opens it up and then grabs some beers out of it, so just using it as a little beer fridge.
Freezing liquid enemies is a thing Metal instinctively recall after Terminator 2. Yeah. And just playing video games. Resident Evil, just like, I don't know, it just connected immediately for me. I just didn't know how exactly they're gonna do it, but it's gonna happen for sure. But the reason he came here is that he needs some tools because his bike broke down back in the woods. And Moss is just like, oh, they've got tons to do. It's like, oh, come on, please, I'll put some hours in to help you out. And he's like, okay, fine. There's like a thing with 12 sockets over there, and they better be all there when you bring them back. And like, all right, I owe you one. And then Moss just says, there's way too many that you owe me anyway. So, pretty much.
But even the ratchet is like super important.
Like, he uses that thing so like 3 times throughout the movie. It's it's his main tool. It's pretty very, very useful. But that's enough character for now. We got a blob to introduce, and obviously we go back to the hobo who has built himself a pretty nice like shed back there. Look at this thing back there.
Yeah, hobos used to know how to live.
He's made himself a nice cozy thing. He's probably gonna get in trouble with the government for not paying taxes on that.
Yeah.
But he's basically he strapped let me see if I can see that here on screen, because he strapped just a pen on his on his foot or shoe to like crush the cans and put them in this little basket back there, and I guess brings them to recycle to make a couple of bucks. Just a fun little thing. A better time when homeless had standards. I mean,
well, he's actually putting some work in there. Like, he's collapsing all the cans.
Yeah.
He's got a system.
He lives better than most people. He's also not on fentanyl. What? Oh man,
fentanyl I don't think existed at this time.
Yeah, dude, I've recently
straight up heroin back then.
Are you aware of the channel Peter Santinello? he just basically goes around into different parts of America and also around the world and just checks out the places. I saw a video of his where he went through one town that is just full of that stuff, and legitimately, it's the first time I actually like saw it in like a real environment. They're just lying on the floor, it's folded together. I was like, holy shit! It's like it's a fucked up drug,
Fentanyl addiction,
and apparently it's very cheap too, or cheap to produce at least. So yeah, I don't know.
And
seems pretty scary
very,
thing.
very strong opiate too.
Yeah. But yeah, that was nuts to see. Like crazy stuff. It's really bad. Anyway, the Blob.
Yeah, don't do fentanyl, everybody. Stick to PCP.
Yeah, PCP. Or go back to the classics like crack and cocaine. Oh boy. Anyway, meteorite comes down, or something crashes down, and the hobo's like, oh god, that's crazy. Let me get my axe, because he likes to live, and arms himself just in case, which is pretty smart in general. Hey, checks out the crater. But before we do that, we get 2 more characters to check out. Actually, one new character. We get the one, I guess he was the quarterback, I don't know, the football guy we saw earlier, and he's in the shops, and he's with his friend there, and he's like, I wanna get some protection for the sexy times of that one girl I've rizzed up.
Yeah, basically.
And he's just like, give me a pack of Trojans, or Trojans, I guess is how you say it. Sorry, it was a bit of German in there because Trojanisch.
I mean, they're Trojans are the people of Troy, so
yeah, because in German it would be Troja, so I just kind of mixed that up.
There you go.
He's just kind of checking out shades for some reason because he's nothing better to do. He's doing like
he's killing a bit of time.
Yeah, and then in the back, like the Reverend steps into the mirror and he's like, "Hello, Scott Jeske." I just saw his name. He's like, yeah, thanks, Reverend. What's up?" He's like,
as he's waiting for the pharmacist to bring him his condoms. It's like just embarrassing.
Like, I haven't seen you in church recently on Sundays. I was like, oh yeah, no. And then the wait, is that? Oh, is he getting this stuff in the pharmacy? The guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was just because what? Do we have shades there? I know. I'm just confused.
Yeah. Yeah, like pharmacies often will have, at least in North America, have things like sunglasses and greeting cards and like things that you might just need to grab.
Because I thought it was just a general like goods store. Because if we go into the pharmacy here, it's just all medication stuff and maybe some cough drops and shit like that.
Yeah, like pharmacies like are kind of like convenience stores. Yeah, in North America as well. We have a chain called Shoppers Drug Mart, and like you can do some of your groceries there if you want, even.
Oh, okay. Well, see, learned something again today.
But yeah, but I think what's funny though is like we don't, for all we know, character here is just pharmacist and then disappears, and that's not the case. But there's a situation in which he brings them the condoms, asks him if he wants ribbed or regular, and in front of the Reverend.
Yeah.
So he blames it on the sort of protagonist character guy, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no, they're for him. It's he's got this. He used the word naive girl that he's planning to do some stuff with. So I insisted that he gets some condoms like to be safe about it. And then like the guy can't hear what's going on. He just thinks the guy's taking a while. He's like, "Come on, man, let's go. I can't keep this girl waiting."
Yeah.
Which that gets paid off.
It's pretty much just a setup for a funny beat here. But first, back to the hobo man and his trusty doggo. He checks out the crater and is like, "Oh, there's like a weird thing in there that's blubbering about," and he gets a stick and just puts it in there, and it jumps right on the stick, or he gets it with a stick. And he kind of checks it out, but it's just some disgusting goo. And he's like, that's weird. Let me put that down there near the fire to see it better. And then it just grabs onto his hand and starts eating his hand or something. And we have like a kind of funny transition where we go to the kids in the house where they just slurp up some jelly with their mouth. Like
jelly.
the blob with the hand. But yeah, we're now in the house where the girl lives. The football man is gonna do the thing. The mom says, "Kevin, stop eating with your face," and my first reaction was like, "How the fuck else am I supposed to eat my food?" But I know what she means.
Use a spoon.
Yeah. But yeah, just a more little banter here from the kids, like, "Oh, we're gonna go to the thing and then the movies," and the older brother is like, "Come on," but the younger brother just says how it is. "Oh, we're gonna go in the movies and watch this new Garden Tool Massacre movie with the guy in the hockey mask, and he's gonna slice everyone apart. It's gonna be awesome." And he's like, "No way."
Pastiche of every single 80s horror movie.
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Friday the 13th. But yeah, like they say, like, how could a kid like you get into a movie like that? Like, they wouldn't even let you in. And he's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. My brother's an usher." Like, he's like proud of it. The mom's and like the brother is just like, "Man, fucking shut up." Like, don't tell her this.
Also, let me sanity check myself because now I'm not sure anymore. Are those two brothers, or is one of them a friend of
No, the one in the yellow is the friend.
Okay.
But by the brother, I just meant the brother of Shawnee Smith's character.
Okay. No, because I was on the assumption those two were siblings the whole time.
No, he's the brother of the female protagonist, and
Okay.
the other kid is his friend, who's also has a brother in this movie, and that brother is the usher of the theater.
Okay, so I was just stupid. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes it a bit more forgivable that the mother doesn't really mention the one kid dying, but still funny they don't mention it again.
It's not her kid, and that's what I was saying, that like the other brother dies too because he's like in the theater when bad things go down.
Right.
Meg,
yeah.
Meg's brother.
Then she goes up. She does like just all the mom things, takes care of the brother, and then Meg calls her. It's like, "Oh, what's with my sweater?" It's like, "Oh, there's a little accident," because they got mixed up in the wash and then it shrinked a little bit. And she's like, "Oh, that's also a look." And then she's like, "Just get the cashmere one." She's like, "Yay, fancy stuff." And then Football Man arrives. I keep forgetting. I don't even know if I ever caught his name.
Paul.
Oh, he's the Paul. Yeah. The Paul pulverizer. I don't know. He gets let in, and it's just like, all good. It's like, "Oh, you ready to go, Paul?" It's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be awesome." The kids leaving too to go do their thing, because they did the classic kids lie, where it's like, we're gonna be at his place, but then they told the other parents, we're at his place. I definitely never did that back in the day when I was younger. No, we would never do that. We did that so many times. It's just tell the one parent, the other parent knows, and we just do something else. Good times.
Yeah, the alibi swap.
Yeah, exactly. And then we get the payout with the pharmacy guy. It's like, "Oh, I just want to meet your dad real quick." And we go into the room, and his face is covered up, and you're like, "Uh-oh, who's this gonna be?" And it's the pharmacy guy, and he's like, "You." But
he says ribbed because he got the ribbed ones.
Oh yeah, he just says ribbed. That's true.
And I feel so sorry for Paul in this situation because he doesn't even know. Like he doesn't understand why the girl's father is like looking at him like that and just said ribbed. He's like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, it's fun. It gets cleared up immediately off screen. It's not like a point of contention. It was just a little funny beat they did, which I like. I feel like in other movies they would have drag this along until the end and just like, oh, that wasn't you. He's just like, oh no, it's just a funny little beat. Because now we go back to our guy. We go back to Flag. And he's in the woods in the dark trying to, repair his motorcycle. And he hears some noises and he kind of turns around his light. But then the hobo appears. He's like, spooky. And then we see he still has the blob on his hand, and he actually has the axe and tries to chop off his own arm. But as soon as he chops the place, the blob just moves in to close the wound. So can't have the little blob let the hobo man die. And he runs off into...
Pretty freaky and gory, too. Like, it's you see the axe hit the arm, and then you see the blob sort of acts as a bandage and starts, like, eating the wound. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
The blob is very small at this point, too. It's like the size of a hand, really.
Yeah, you can see it on screen here right now. So he cut here, and then the blob goes like, loop, it just goes right on there. So yeah, it's currently feeding upon the homeless man.
Poor guy.
I say homeless. He seems to have a nice place for himself.
Yeah.
You know what? I think he was doing just fine.
The man who is disconnected from society. The off-the-grid man.
Yeah. He was... I just hope he wasn't preparing any bombs to send to universities. Anyway... Why is my brain like this? Anyway, he runs off to the street. And on that street, the Paul and Meg are driving. And they this is where they clear up that they cleared up the whole thing with the dad. It's like, oh, that was kind of funny. Har, har, har. And then the homeless man runs in front of the car. And it's like, oh, Paul, watch out. Then he kind of bounces him off the hood, and then Flag comes around. It's like, hey, what are you doing, Flag? Fucking hell. And he immediately like, what did you do to him? It's like, what? I was just running behind him. So he's known in the town for being like the troublemaker, and immediately like, the fuck did you do to the homeless man? Like, what's wrong with you? It's like, no, I didn't do anything. He points out, it's like, I'm not the one who...
A lot of people are quick to assume that things are Flag's fault just because of his reputation.
And but Flag was like, I'm not the one who bounced him off my hood right now. And then they...
yeah, but you chased him out into the street.
Yeah, exactly. And hey, I like this little word. It's called urgency. They immediately drive him to a fucking hospital and don't argue while he's lying on the ground, bleeding out or something. And they even tell Flag to come with them because there's some explaining to do and you're part of it. And then they drive to the hospital. Pretty sensical events that are happening right now. Obviously, we have a little, convenience happening or contrivance that they're all at the same place at the same time, but the actions that follow make sense to me. And then we get to the hospital, and I wonder if this is some kind of, commentary on insurance in hospitals that is happening right now, because they put the guy on the couch like, excuse me, nurse, and she's like, 1 moment, please, and she just kind of goes through some papers in her notes. It takes like 10, 15 seconds, puts it away. It's like, okay, what do you want? And they're like, oh, there's an accident. This guy needs to see a doctor. And just pointing out, he has something on his hand, like acid or something. And then she looks like disgusted over the counter. Like, look at her fucking face. It's like, Does he have a blue? What is it? Blue? Not blue collar. A blue something.
Blue Cross.
Blue Cross, which I guess means insurance or something?
It's health insurance. It's actually the health insurance company that my military uses.
Yeah.
I have Blue Cross.
And she's like, yeah. Oh, I should have just let it run for like 2 more seconds, and then I would have had it in the subtitles. And they're like, I don't know. It's like medical insurance of any kind. And Flag just says, I don't believe this shit. It's just, oh, yeah. healthcare, fun stuff. And then they point out they don't even know who that guy is. We just crashed into him by accident. It's like, the doctor's with another patient right now. And then she gives some other guy the orders, like, put this room in the room over there, please. And it's like, okay, you got it.
Yeah, I think a big part of it might be the instinct of people to not really want to make a homeless person who has like a weird injury their problem. It's like, oh, okay, God, fine. Homeless guy, acid on his hand. This sounds weird. I don't want to deal with it, but it's pretty important.
Yeah. Anyway, Flag fucks off. He was like, well, if you need anything from me, you know where to find me, but I don't want to deal with any of this, and I don't, so goodbye. So he leaves.
Yeah, well, he's like, you wanted me here to explain things, and like these people here don't seem to care.
Yeah, they don't really want explanations, so I'm fucking leaving. Then I have a little bit of banter going on between Meg and Paul. It's like, sure you had better first dates. And it's like, I don't mind. And then he asks if she wants something to drink. It's like, yeah, that'd be great. Something diet, please. She doesn't say it like that. I just felt like doing that. Then he walks through the halls of this hospital thingy, and it's all very scary. At least it seems scary the way it's framed. He's like, ooh, like uncomfortable. And he sees the hobo guy, and it's like kind of weird. He's like, what is he? Is he fine? And he gets there, and he sees some weird things going on. He's like spazzing out. His eyes are wide. There's like pulsating things on his throat, and he's like, oh shit. And
something strange is going on.
Yeah, something strange is going on. He sees the doctor. There's like, the doctor, come quick. And he's like, I'm with another patient right now. It's like, no, there's someone dying right here.
He's like, the hand guy?
The hand guy. It's like, fine, I guess I'll check. And he moves the blanket, and there's no bottom half left anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to show this here real quick.
The things that were happening under that sheet was the blob eating the entire homeless man's body that was covered. And it's, kind of a big reveal. But there's also, like, no real trace of the blob.
Yeah. And Paul says, this thing with his hand, it did something to him. And I just find it funny. He goes to the speaker thing on the wall, and he's like, nurse! I just found that funny. It's like, fuck is the nurse going to do? But I guess there's nothing else he can do right now. Paul gets to the phone and calls the sheriff's office, and it's like, quick, there's something happened here. Someone died. And like, who else is here? But in the background, we see the blob going up the wall. Significantly bigger now. And being able to crawl around. And the thing falls on top of him. And that's it for Paul. He's getting...
Yeah. He has been revealed to not be our protagonist in this scene, because he dies pretty quick.
Yeah. But yeah, he's engulfed in the ooze. The forbidden hot cream. That's a reference for you.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like this scene though, it really kind of makes you see how like horrific death from this thing would be, because it's like melting his skin underneath the blob, and you're just like, oh, okay. The blob might sound like silly horror movie. It's like, whatever. It's just like a big thing of goop. It's like, yeah, but the goop is like acid, and then like it digests you just as it absorbs you into its body and becomes bigger. So I don't know. It's a pretty terrible way to die, it looks like.
It's pretty gross, and it just kind of slides over its victims and melts the skin off of them and moves it around, and it's nasty business. Anyway, Meg tries to pull him out, but all she gets is his hand.
Yep.
And all we see is Paul melt, and that's that for our guy. This creature is entirely comprised of digestive fluids, basically. Yeah, it's just flaming shit around. Pretty disgusting. Anyway, the sheriffs are here now. They check everything out. It's like, we need to find the people who did this, because obviously they don't believe what Meg has told them about the blob monster. But they also already got Flag in custody. They found him already. It's like, it's gotta be him, that no good son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's obviously the one that melted those two people alive.
Look at his jacket, his leather jacket and
He's got
mullet.
a leather jacket or rides a motorcycle.
Smokes. Ugh. That bastard. He did it for sure. I put him in the sheriff's
Case
office.
closed.
But before we do that, we have to check with the other guy that actually got the ribbed Trojans, because he's currently making out with some girl, and he has some alcohol in the car. I find it really amusing. Yeah, I'm building up to it. He's like, you know what? You need some more of my my patented cherry coolers or something, and he gets out the car, goes to his trunk, and it's loaded with alcohol and everything. It's actually kind of impressive. It looks really funny.
It's got a little like basketball net too.
Yeah, here, look at this shit. There's like strawberries in there. He also says like, you got the ring around your neck, so you're basically my girl. If you look there on the right, there's like a box of all these like fake rings. He's got a mixer in here. He has like a little mixer thing with only one of the mixing things on it. I've never seen that before, but he uses that to just stir the drinks in the end, and just makes drinks from the back here. It's really funny. It's like makeshift and everything. It's pretty good stuff. I like it a lot.
It does seem to me like the kind of thing a high school student would do if he's got like access to wood shop class and like things like, I've got a car. It's like, what if I just made like a full-on bar in my trunk that I could just open up, and anytime I was out with a girl, I could just mix one up for us and not have to like go to a place where we need to spend money.
I think it's really fun. I love it. Yeah, he does some drink mixing while the girl is falling asleep, passing
out from the amount of booze she's had already.
Yeah.
He's like making her another drink.
Fucking lightweights. He does this stirring machine. Hang on, because I've never seen one. Because it looks like one that you use to mix like dough or like cake mixes and stuff, but it's only one. Yeah, see, like this. I have one of this, but it's two.
I guess it's for mixing drinks.
It's funny. I've never seen this before. We can't help being lightweights. Well, get better at drinking, Riza.
It's just another little thing to just show how over the top kitted out his trunk bar is, that he's got a machine for stirring when he could have easily just had a spoon.
Yeah. A treble whisk, yeah. Good stuff. Love it. I love it. Anyway, while he's busy doing that, we see a POV shot of something entering the car. And it's of course it's the Blob, who is currently I guess eating her from the inside, or is below the car, and he's trying to open the blouse and stuff, being a bit of a creepo here.
Yeah.
But then he gets brutally murdered by the Blob, which spawns tentacles out of her body.
Vicky, because it goes full like eldritch monster, like becomes a tentacle beast.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get the shot, because there's like things coming out of her face as well, which looks really cool. Like the face kind of goes inside for a bit, and then let me see, is there a better frame here? Not really, but it's that's what it looks like. They made like a obviously it's also a prop here. It's like tentacle things here. Her face like all fucked up and kind of bursting into herself, because it kind of gets sucked into the inside. And yeah, all the tentacles go into his face and stuff, and they're both dead. And the Blob got more food.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, some pretty fun gory kills here. It's really really enjoyable to watch. The Blob has an equal opportunity diet. Yeah, it was a very progressive
Yeah.
killer.
It did kill the creepy college student or like high school student that was about to take advantage of an
Yeah.
unconscious woman, but it also did so by eating the unconscious woman first. So
Can't believe the Blob is a diversity icon.
seems like it, yeah. Doesn't discriminate. Everything is food.
Yeah, we go back to Meg. She's currently crying a bit because she saw disgusting murder happening and killings, and obviously no one has believed her. All the things. The dad is angry and is like, I should have never let her go with that guy. Obviously, it's obviously not that guy's fault, but he's a dad. He's angry that his daughter almost got killed.
Looking for something to blame.
Yeah. The mom's giving her some, I don't know, maybe some aspirin or something to just chill out and sleep. And the mom says the police will have this all sorted out in the morning. No problem. He's like, you're not gonna believe me either, don't you? It's like, no. You're fine. That's all that matters. Which basically says, no, I don't believe you, you crazy bitch. You just told me there's a blob monster. But she said it politely.
You're like, look, you don't understand. I saw his skin melting.
It was fucking crazy, Mom. Anyway, she just pretended to take the pill and is now sneaking out to find Flag to hopefully get some answers. In the meantime, the Blob is making its way to the actual town into the sewer systems, which is also a small payoff with the whole sewer systems because they gonna become a point of contention at some point.
Yeah, big action set piece.
Yes. In the sheriff's office, they're just kind of been talking to Flag, the half-bald guy who definitely should cut his hair off, or at least the one that's still there, is being a bit meany. I think, was he called Briggs or something? I think it was Briggs.
Yeah, I think so. And I think that's the guy from RoboCop that gets melted.
Oh yeah, you might be right, because he did look familiar, but I couldn't remember from where.
I guess I didn't double check it. It's just that seemed to be as I recognized him as Emilio. Jojo.
But yeah, they've been talking to him for a while, and he's like, "Wow, you got really quiet here." I guess he doesn't realize how much trouble he is, and he's like, "I told you everything. I just got bored of hearing myself talk over and over again." And then he asks a very valid question: "Am I under arrest? Because if so, I'd like a lawyer." Which is like, wow, that's smart. And the Brick says, "Oh, he wants a lawyer, right?" And he's like, "Yeah. And if you're not taking me in, I would like to leave because I also want you out of my face because you're annoying me pretty much." And he gets like all up in his face, like, "You got something to say? Say it to my face. I'm right here, right now." And then he licks his chin to rile him up, which was an interesting move.
I mean, it definitely threw him off.
Yeah, but the sheriff is like, Briggs, let him go. And then he talks to him and a bit away from him. Oh, he's actually called Bill. I mean, it could be Bill Briggs. It doesn't matter, really. Yeah,
He
he's
did
like,
play Emil in RoboCop. Yeah, Bill Briggs. On IMDb, it says.
yeah, the secretary or the lobby lady who's doing like the stuff is like, "Oh, any luck finding his mom?" It's like, "Nope, nowhere to find her." Like, "Oh, she's probably busy with a bottle of Rat Stag or Johnny Walker Rat or something." Yeah. But in the end, they just let them go because there's no blood on him. There's no evidence and there's no motive. So we have no other reason but to let him go. There's nothing here.
It's like, are we holding him just because he's the town ruffian at
Yeah.
this point?
No motive, no evidence. And then they let him go and he goes through town. But Meg is here in her small little car. It's like, "Hey, what's what what are you doing here? Why you're not home? It's like, oh, I came here to bail you out. And she has like a credit card or something. He's just kind of laughing. It's like, they don't take plastic. Like, it's not like a convenience store or something. That's not how that works. But he says that he appreciates the thought, which, you know what? That's nice. Like, oh, you wanted to help me out. That's neat. I might be the town ruffian, but I'm still thankful if someone wants to help me out. But he basically tells her to go home. But she wants to talk to him. It's like, hey, I'm sorry about your boyfriend, but I'm tired and hungry, and I don't really want to talk right now. So goodbye. And he goes over to the diner. It was about to close. Inside the diner, it's just, hey, we're closed, hotshot, she says. It's like, oh, come on, everyone's been all over me all day. Can you just give me something? It's like, oh, well, the grill is out, but how about a sandwich? And he's like, oh, fantastic, I'll take that, thank you.
Yeah. Good old sandwich.
Sandwich. But Meg does not let off. She comes back in, and he's like, oh, wow, you really don't give up. It's like, oh, yeah, she's like, for 3 years in school, you haven't said shit to me, and all of a sudden you need help. We're best friends, right? Just like, yeah, you know what? I guess that's kind of fair. If you get ignored by everyone and all of a sudden something happens, like, oh, now you want my help.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it's also because she's like the good student cheerleader from a good family, and he's the guy who has like a drunk mom and like, you know, not a great life, is always getting into trouble. So there's not really any reason why she would have involved herself with him, but yeah, that doesn't mean he's not. There's not a good heart in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm. But basically, it's like, hey, they don't believe me. What happened there? You saw it. And it's like, dude, all I saw was a old man with a funky hand. Is the way he puts it. So yeah, I don't really know what to do here. And then the diner lady is like, oh, can I get you something too? He's like, no, I'm fine. Ooh, pardon me. Oh, sorry, I got a burping all of a sudden. Whoa, okay. I think I almost threw up here. Okay, I didn't. I was just joking.
Burp breaks are allowed.
Burp breaks. But she's like, hey, whatever that was on his hand, it killed the guy, and it's getting bigger. And he's just like, is that what he called the cops? Told the cops too? Because he basically, his idea is like, of course they're not gonna be believing you.
Well, yeah. I mean, it does. Without seeing it, that does sound like a crazy thing to hear if you're assuming that the rules of reality are being played by.
And I think if I remember correctly, she basically just asked him, wait, I know you're just like homecoming queen type of girl, blah, 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 but are you strung up on something? Which I guess is the stipulation. Did you take something? Like, are you high?
Are you doing drugs?
You're doing drugs. And then she gets angry. It's like, oh, you're just the same like everyone else, just full of shit, not wanting to help, all for yourself, blah, blah. And she's like, and then he's like, oh no, she was like serious. Like, okay, sorry, right? Yeah, she gets up. It's like, come on, sit down. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, right? Here, have some food, gonna make you feel better. So he just, so I just saw it in the subtitles. It just made me laugh. He's like, oh, this is the first time I heard you say the word shit. And I was just wondering how that felt for you. And then actually,
wow, she swears.
makes it crack up a little bit. The riz on that man, unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, the sheriff's always there, just kind of checking out the woods, see what's going on. And I think he's driving out to check on the diner lady, because he remembers.
Well, because she's closing up. And
exactly.
They're supposed to have their little date.
Yeah. Oh, that's basically it. And they just show us that the sheriff's office is looking for people or things that kill stuff, and he remembered to check on the diner lady. The diner lady is also put some pie down. He's like, oh, that sandwich I'm full now. And she's like, oh, it's on the house. Like, you either eat it or I'm gonna chuck it in the garbage. It's like, good, yay, free pie.
Can't beat fruit pie.
Yeah. But enough with this stupid conversation stuff. We're due a kill. We have killing to do. And we see in the kitchen, the sink is clogged. And you're like, ah, dang it, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Got the cook in the back here as well. She gets
Second
the
he mentioned the clog sink, I was like, oh no.
she gets the plunger. It's like, God, come on, stupid thing. And the show's like, come on, it's fine. I'll get that. Don't you worry about that. He's like, okay. He's going to town, that thing. He's plunging like a madman. Nothing's happening. He's like, dang it. And then, of course, he does the thing where he puts his hand in there, and there's some goopage on his hand. It's like, that's weird. What's that? And then he gets sucked into the drain, into the pipes. It's it's not nice. He's getting squished into the pipes, getting sucked through. When we come back into the room, all you see is like his hands and feet just sticking out of the sink.
Yeah, his legs are up in the air, and she, like, the diner lady doesn't really know even what to make of it. She's like, what?
Yeah, so basically his whole upper body up until his arms is like inside the pipes right now, including his head. He's like all kinds of fucked in there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, not a good time for that guy. And again, just have to point out every time, like, it's all like practical effects, and it just looks really fucking good.
Yep.
And at some point he gets sucked all the way in, and then the blob explodes into the kitchen, up on the wall specifically. And it looks really gross. And it has like tentacles or appendages and stuff, and they run over the two, Mac and Flag, they run into the freezer, the good old freezer strats. And here's where we get our first inclination of it doesn't like the cold, because it's kind of gooping below the door.
Yeah,
I just forgot the word door. Don't mind me.
The freezer door, yeah. If I have any complaint about both Flag and Meg from here till almost the end of the movie, it's that they don't seem to be very quick to mention to people that, like, we escaped in the freezer, and it seemed to not like the cold and didn't follow us.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that's a good point. So did it blob all over the place unironically? It tends to do that. Yeah, it just blobbed all over the place.
All it does, really.
That's true. But yeah, it seems like they're safe in here for now, so they're holding out. The dino lady went out to the telephone booth outside and trying to call the sheriff's office, I think, but they realized the phone doesn't work. And you might think that's just the trope that's happening right now, but there's actually a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
And Flag gives her the leather jacket, and they just kind of huddle up a bit to stay warm. In the meantime, Dino Lady is inside the telephone booth, and the blob is just engulfing it completely.
Yeah, this one hurts. It's like, oh, poor lady.
She's kind of trying to hold hold the door with her foot, but that's not gonna do anything. And we also see the sheriff's face go along the window here.
She kind of gets through too, and then like she asks for the sheriff, and he says like, oh, he's on his way to the diner, and then like his face, sort of like our thumbnail, like his half melted face, like presses up against the phone booth, and it's like, oh.
Probably my favorite visual in the whole movie. I think it looks awesome. It's so nasty.
So creepy, yeah.
Slight fun fact, in the original 58 film, the two main characters enter a grocery store that hasn't been closed, implying that the person who is supposed to close that store was consumed by the blob. Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
That is neat. But yeah, she sees that, and then the blob explodes into the booth, and we cut to her being like a dummy from 1 second to the other, and it looks it looks fucking brutal, dude. Let me see if I can get it on stream here, because it looks cool as fuck. There you go, just like this. and boom.
Yeah. It's just like, oh god, it would be so scary, and then like you're almost thinking something's gonna happen that like makes it so she's safe, and then the phone booth just explodes and she
Yeah.
is gone.
While that's happening, they decide to exit the freezer. He gets like a little hook flag, that is. It's like one of those hooks that you use for big ice cubes, I think, right? I don't know if there's like a proper name for it, but that's just. And he gets spooked by something, and he hits I think it's like a tub of jam or something. And it's like, oh, look at that, I killed the jelly.
Killed the strawberry jelly.
Yeah. But yeah, they're about to exit, but the Reverend arrives, and he sees that something's crazy is going on. He actually does see the Blob with his own 2 eyes, and he goes inside.
Escapes into the sewer.
Yes, and he goes inside the diner and checks like, "Hello, everybody hurt or dead or something?" But everybody's already gone, and he goes to the freezer and he finds some crystals that look color-wise pretty similar to that Blob he just saw. So he gets like a little jar, an airtight jar, mason jar, is that what they're called?
No, mason jars are generally the ones that you'll have with the metal top. This is almost like a little spice jar that has like a latch.
Right. I can never tell them apart. But yeah, he does that and puts that away. And we won't see it until the end of the movie.
Yeah, it's the Marvel post-credit scene of
Just that it's not after the credits, but before.
Yeah.
Meg and Flag go to the sheriff's office, and it's like, well, they're all out checking things, and I haven't seen the guy any of the guys in a while. The last time I saw him was at Elkin's Cove, and they immediately go to check there. But all they find is the abandoned sheriff's car. Like, oh man, he's gotta be around here somewhere. So they check the place out, but they see some crazy lights in the sky, and it's like, oh my god, is that aliens? No, don't worry, it's just it's worse. It's the government. No, government. I wish it would have been aliens. But yeah, some government agency is here trying to contain the virus. And they play all nice and stuff. I wonder if they're bad, actually. And he takes the... wait, what was this game? Was it Maddox? Wait, I'm trying to see his name here.
The doctor?
Yeah. For some reason, I think it's Maddox.
It is Meadows.
Meadows. Ah, okay. See, I wasn't that far off. But yeah, he tells like, oh, we're a government-sanctioned biological containment team. And he's basically like, hey, we're just hunting microbes and stuff, you know? There might be an infection here and some crazy meteorite thingy.
And then he kind of retcons the extinction of the dinosaurs too,
Yeah.
saying that like it was the asteroid that destroyed the dinosaurs didn't create nuclear winter because of all the dirt that got kicked up in the atmosphere. It actually was carrying an alien bacteria.
Yeah. Interestingly, none of them question that at all. And I was like, is that just in universe a thing? Is that what they established?
I think it might be. It's like because they're like, well, yeah, obviously.
But yeah, it's like, oh, so you think this meteorite brought some killer germ? And it's like, something I've expected and prepared for all my life, and we're trying to just figure that out.
He's like, well, this is a germ. It's the biggest son of a bitch I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, but before we continue here, we see some people making out. It's like, that's a weird thing to do again, making us like, and I was like, oh, there's a guy upstairs with a hockey mask. Oh, we're getting a little snippet of the movie the kids are watching. Neat.
Yeah, you almost think it's like, man, is the Blob like specifically going after like teenagers that are like making out in the woods? And it's like, oh no, we're doing a little thing here where it turns out the kids are at the theater watching Garden Tool Massacre.
Yeah, the Blob can smell the pre-cum from a mile away. He's just gonna go there.
Like, too, it's like it's a little late for this guy to be trimming hedges.
It's
Maybe
so
some
funny.
kind of peeping Tom or something. And then they see his face. He's like, wait a minute, hockey season ended months ago.
I kind of want to see that movie with all those cheesy lines. It's fucking great. Isn't it awfully late to be trimming hedges? So good. Yeah, the two kids are watching. They're having a great time. There's also the most American redneck guy in the background that I can tell you he loves fucking power tools because he's rocking that hilty baseball cap there in the background. It's fucking funny.
Well, what killed me too is this guy was like, it was almost the exact same thing as the couple that was behind me while I was watching Weapons. But like, I mean, this guy, he's seen the movie before, and he starts talking about like what is going to happen. But like, I'll still always remember like watching that movie, having someone being like, "Oh, so is she a witch?" Oh, 217. That was the time that I was like, oh my God, fucking shut up. Shut up.
Man, people who wrap their tools with their merch are exactly like you think they are in all cases. But yeah, they're just hanging out here. And obviously, this is the next place the Blob goes. We got the guy who's in charge of the film up in the projector room. He's like, man, it's kind of fucking hot in here. And then he sees that the AC is not really going. He's like, hey, the guy on the other side of this comm system, what's up with the air conditioning? He's like, it's on full blast. And I was like, oh, it must be blocked or something. It's fucking hot as shit up here. And of course he gets.
And what I hate is then the guy's like, the air conditioner's working just fine. He's like, well, come up here and see for yourself. It's like, I don't even know why you would argue with the guy that's like, yeah, he's saying that there's no air getting up into the projection booth. And he's like, yes, there is. It's like, wait, no. Why would you know that?
Well, he gets in there.
I appreciated the projectionist did then say, just come up here then. Like, yeah. I'm not lying to you.
But the projectionist has already been eaten. And the Blob is on the ceiling, and God, look at this. Like, this looks so fucking cool, man. He's just half eaten in there. The yo-yo he's been using just kind of coming down. Like, his face going down. It's like, oh, it looks so nasty. It's great. It's just great.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
But yeah, good stuff.
And then the Blob uses a lot of tentacles in this scene too.
Yeah,
so it's really starting to look like a alien monstrosity, like scary thing.
Off screen, Flag and Mag have told Meadows all they know about the thing, and then he's like, "Here, step into this unmarked van," and Flag's like, "No, I'm all right. Well, my bike is just over there. We're just gonna take that," and then people with guns appear, and he's like, you know what? Van sounds great. Let's take the van. So yeah, he's not trusting them at all. And now, again, the wrench is coming back to be used.
Yeah. Immediately pulls out the ratchet wrench and is just like, okay, I'm getting out of here, and starts like basically just disassembling the door of the van from the inside.
Wow, I forgot how quick this movie is. We're flying through this. I mean, yeah, this is like just a fun ride. Like, it's a very simple story. It has like the setup it needs, and then we just go to a kill. We have a little bit of fun banter or some more setup going on, and then we just go to the next one. I would say it's pretty good, pretty well paced as well. Like, there was never a time I was like, oh, I want to skip through this stuff. It's just. Yeah, it's just
it's like it's pretty fun from like the entire way through.
Absolutely, yeah. Anyway, Flag doesn't trust the government people, and Mac's like, that's crazy, they're here to help us. Like, oh, Mac, come on, we don't even know who they are. They could be CIA or something, but all I see is some unmarked vans. And you know what? How about we just think about ourselves right now, because that's the way we will make it out of here. And obviously this is like the start of his arc here, or like the turning point in his arc. Is like,
And like, I think also what I really like about this is he's correct, but also I totally understand why she wouldn't want to escape right now, because she's like, no, like she's like, yeah, I don't want to just hop on your bike and leave town because my family is still here. So yeah, I'm gonna go back, and if they have them in like the quarantine zone, I want to be able to make sure my family's okay. It's like, yeah, I understand both of their perspectives.
absolutely, yeah, makes a ton of sense. And as soon as he jumps out, he looks how she drives away in the van. He's like, God, Flag, a cheerleader. Kind of implies like, I guess I'm gonna go back now. Fuck.
Yeah, like part of it is just like, did I really think that cheerleader was going to hop on my bike and leave town with me?
Yeah. Yeah, she arrives. She gets reunited with her parents. I was like, hey, is Kevin with you? It's like, no, he's staying at Eddie's house. Like, wait, Eddie said they were staying at your house. Like, they snuck into the movies. Those
Caught in 4K, kids.
Those rascals. And then Mac tries to ask one of those guys, like, there's a movie theater Main Street with my brother's there. It's like, we go by sector from sector, lady. We'll be there soon enough. And then Dad is doing the most Karen dad things, like, I pay taxes, I pay your salary, you work for me, what are you, on a coffee break? It's like, what are you gonna do at finding my son? It's like, I need you to calm down, sir. But yeah, back in the movie theater, shit's about to pop off because the big monster is just on the wall now, and someone sees it. And everyone is going through the motions, chaos, people falling over. It's crazy in here.
Madness ensues.
Yeah.
I like too that the screen becomes sort of that magenta, like pink color because the blob is in front of the projector.
Right, yeah, that's cool. But yeah, the blob is now in the middle of the seats and it's just kind of starting to eat people, including the one brother, right? So he's out, he's done so. There's also the one lady on the floor that she kind of just, I don't know, pushes over to see if she's fine, but her face is half melted, which also looks kind of nasty.
Yeah.
Hang on, there you go. It's like, oh, I don't think she's fine.
Yeah, no, she's dead, Jim.
But yeah, she basically just gets them out of here. They make their way into the back alley. They close the door, and then I didn't even mention it before. When the mom puts a zipper on the brother, the zipper is kind of stuck, and she helps him out. And here, the hoodie or the zipper he wears is getting stuck in the door, and they're trying to open up the zipper, but it's stuck like before. It's a setup and a payoff. Wow.
Yeah.
And they barely make it out, and just fucking gross goop they put it in everywhere. It's nasty. They check all the doors. They can't find anything. It's like, oh, there's the manhole. We're gonna open that and go into the sewers. Time to go into some poopy water. And I guess
that's the thing they never really address in movies when people escape into sewers. It's like, is anyone going to mention the poop smell?
It's going to be fucking disgusting is what it's going to be.
It's the dark secret of the Ninja Turtles franchise.
There's six like poo-poo everywhere. In the meantime, Flag is getting his bike back, but he almost gets captured again. But before that, we see that the government is doing evil things, actually. What? Because the meteorite that we thought was a meteorite is actually a satellite. They used to experiment on this weird life form we've seen here and call the Blob. And they literally say, this is going to be amazing against our arms race against the Russians. It's awesome.
Yeah, just drop a blob in the middle of Moscow.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
It's the good old Russia versus America arms race thing going on. Yeah, this will put US defense above the Russians any time. And we have the one guy who's like kind of normal. He's like, if we don't stop this thing, there might not be a USA tomorrow. It's like, it'll be fine. We just have to contain it properly.
Yeah, I think because what he says is that like it's
grown by like
growing at a rate of
2,000
like
times its size from last time we
2,000
saw
times
it.
its original size in like an hour. So it's like, oh yeah, this will be great for against the Russians. He's like, yeah, but that keeps going. Like our whole country might just be one big blob, man.
Yeah.
Like.
But yeah, of course, the one guy who was being kind of realistic about this does the thing where he says, I don't agree with any of this, just for the record. I think that's stupid because people's life is sake. But, whatever. I know this. It's going to be the best breakthrough we ever had. It's going to be amazing. It's going to put us in the balance of world power is going to be on our side. Stuff like that, It's for the greater good.
Yeah. It's always the idea of like how many lives are acceptable to be spent in pursuit of saving more lives at the end of the day. And it's like, well, I don't know. I think you should maybe think more about it once you start delving into the area of creating alien bioweapons that can like consume the entire planet.
Yeah. But in case you're not sure if these guys are, if you're not sure if these guys are evil or not, the one guy asks, "What about the civilians?" The Meadows guy says, "They're expendable." Oh, evil.
Dun, dun, dun.
Flag gets found. And a little chase scene happens. I think it's on his motorcycle. And the Meadows guy's like, we have an infected civilian trying to escape. Stop him. So they all go after him, do a little shooty bang. And we get the payoff with the little bridge because he's nearing that one at the end of the chase.
Yeah.
And he jumps over it.
It's very important that he makes it.
Yeah. The thing doesn't stall, so he can make the jump. The one of the trucks goes onto the right side and drops off the thing, and he makes his glorious escape. Just a nice little chase scene here. Nothing too crazy.
I love even too that like once he gets to the other side of it, he kind of like pumps his fist at them, which like sort of acts both as the like, yeah, fuck you guys, but also yes, I made the jump.
Oh, fuck yeah. But he makes it to one of the sewage pipes. So he makes his way in there. In the command tent, I guess you could call it, Meadows checks with one of the guys and is like, well, there seems to be 3 main junctions. If we close those valves off, we should be good in terms of sewage. He's like, all right, then get on it. Do it. Mac and the kids are going through the sewers, stomping through the poopy water. At the same time, some more of the containment specialists are going around. But before we have the meetup with those two, our 3 peeps here are going towards a little, I guess like a tube of sorts where they can climb up. It's like, this is going to be our way out of here. But the Blob is eating some rats. And they're like, no, it's here. Quickly make your way over there. And the brother makes it up a little bit, but Eddie, the friendo, at least I think that's the friendo's name, he gets grabbed by the Blob. You're like, oh, a kid? Oh, she goes going after him. Of course, she's gonna save him. They're not gonna kill a kid, right? Wrong. The kid is super fucking dead, and we see it. Yeah. See this. He's gonna come back up for us for a little bit, and he's already half melted.
Very melted, yeah. I like this made me go, holy shit.
Yeah, I was very surprised that they killed off the kid. But good on them. It's Gollum. No.
Precious.
Yeah, they climb all the way up. The brother makes it through, but she can't fit through there physically because it's just a little grate that he fits through because, you know, he's smaller, obviously. Luckily for Meg, the 3 guys that are supposed to check out the valve here come around and start distracting the big blob, which is currently looking like a big old anus down there. There you go. There it is. Pretty nasty. Pretty gross. Well, because the blob gets distracted, it goes after the 3 guys. She falls down and crawls up some drainage thingy. I don't even know what you call these. Just a little opening where water gets.
Ramp.
A what? Yeah, a ramp.
A drainage. Yeah.
And she climbs up, but luckily for her, Flag is here. He made it just in time. I gotta say that though. There's a lot of coincidences and contrivances in this movie to get the
Well, I mean, he
going.
did hear that they were in the sewer. So, like, I mean, he had that information. He didn't.
Oh
just,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
happen to
The
decide,
timing is
"I'm gonna
still
check out the sewer."
perfect a lot of times.
I mean, yeah.
But
I
yeah,
mean, if he was walking, he wouldn't have made it. He was
True.
just lucky he had his bike, and that the sewer's designed in a way for action motorcycle set pieces.
they killed the kid. Good on them. The German. That's what I said. You can quote me on that.
More good on them for having the guts to actually keep the stakes consistent and not give the child plot
Yeah.
armor.
Well, even on the bike, they still get chased by the blob, and they go the one way, but that's a dead end. Damn it! Because it's all curved, you can kind of just drive fast along the wall and go past it real quick. And
Yeah, do some crazy like pipe move.
they escape for
Not even
now.
half pipe, like. Yeah, no, it's a good little motorcycle stunt.
Yeah.
I like this scene. I was like, yeah, it's like this movie is continuing to be quite fun.
Absolutely. They crash a little bit. Nothing too bad. They just kind of fall over because of the momentum and all the slippery poop on the floor that is probably stinky. And the motorcycle doesn't turn on anymore, so that one is toast. She's like, let it go. And they want to make their way up the ladder they found, but one of the guys came here, and he's like, it got the other guys, which are called Bigelow and Wilson. He says that like that means anything to those two, but I guess he's in shock, so I'm fine. It's fine. I just found it funny and named them. And it's like, how we get out of here? It's like, it's gonna get us all. It's like, come on, let him go. He's fine. He's hurt. I mean, it's the opposite of fine, actually. He's hurt. And he says, we better go now. They make their way out to the ladder I just mentioned, and they look up, they see Meadows, and he just says, close the manhole. But, sir, those are my men down there. This is an order. We can't let it escape. And he's like, fine, do it. And this probably leads to one of the things that made me laugh the most because of how ridiculous it is. So he goes back down. It's like, is there any other way out? It's like, no, not really. And then Mag points out, hey, what's this on his bag there? And it's a fucking rocket launcher.
Yeah, M72.
And he's like, don't worry, this is not gonna do anything to the blob. He's like, no, but it's gonna do something to something else. And he just arms it like he knows how it works, which is also kind of ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean, you just have to pull it, I think, right? It's not hard, yeah. But he does it so instinctively, is what I'm saying. He didn't even really look. And then he one-handed shoots up the manhole and blows it up, including the van they parked on top of it. I mean, I'm no rocket launcher expert, but I think you can't really do that.
I mean, there there's what's called it's funny we're talking about the poop in the sewers, but it's called backblast that comes out the
Yeah.
back of an M72. So like you want to make sure there's no one standing behind you. So if you were one hand firing it with like yourself behind where it would be, yeah, it would not be the best idea.
Yeah.
You probably get burned pretty bad.
Yeah. Also, he also just holds it. Like, there's no, like, backblast or anything at all. Like, he just holds it out, presses it. There's, like, no movement in his hand. And it's like, yeah, got it. And then they climb up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as you said, that would fuck them up. Especially down here, like, this cramped area, just having a backblast like this. And the explosion coming, just the fucking air pressure coming back down, it's just would be a bad time.
Yeah, like even that, like the force of the explosion, having it hit something that's that close
Yep.
to them would not be fantastic. There would be a whole shitload of metal that's flying in all different directions.
Yeah. But yeah, it was that made me laugh quite a bit. I was like, no way. Oh, good shit. Anyway, he climbs up and he grabs the rifle on the floor and he points it at Meadows, and obviously there's like all these guys around. It's like, don't do that. And he's like, Briggs, just hear me out. This is stupid. Why do they know how we're here? Why are they here so fast? How the fuck will they even know to check? They don't come check every meteorite that falls. That's ridiculous. And Meadows like, he's infected. Shoot him. He's contagious. But then Briggs points his gun at the other guys also, and then the other guys point at Briggs. It's a big old standoff.
Well, I did like hear that they didn't have Briggs just be an idiot. Like he actually is like, oh no, okay, wait, you're actually making some sense. And with him saying, oh, he's infected, so I'd be like, wait, that's not the situation we're in.
Yeah. But
he mentioned nothing at all about infection.
Yeah, basically he tells him that the meteorite is man-made and they were doing some crazy experiments. But the one guy refuses to just kill the civilian. And then Meadows is getting grabbed by the tentacle. The irony. He's getting killed by his own creation. No.
Dun, dun, dun.
Also, when he hits the trigger, I think he kind of grazes Briggs. Yeah, he does.
Mm-hmm.
And then the blob goes into the suit of Meadows and he gets dragged down, and it's yeah, he's dead. Bad times for him.
Human villain gone.
Yeah. And now the other guy who was kind of against him is like, fuck that guy. And then he gets all the guys that had rifles here. It's like, all right, aim it down the manhole and just start blasting, and they just all shoot inside. It's like, give me a charge with a short fuse. And he just throws, like, I don't know if it's like C4 or some kind of explosive down here and just blows the whole thing up. It was just the most unga bunga solution I've seen in a while.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's like, I guess if it's bacteria, that means alive. If it's alive, we can kill it.
Yeah. But obviously that's not enough. And Flag points out, yeah, you probably just pissed it off. And yeah, the blob comes out as like a big tentacle. It falls on the guy who just did all the things. He has like 2 grenades on top of him, and he pulls the pins right as he gets squished. And you think you see like 2 small lights inside the blob, like it didn't do anything to the blob.
Yeah, well, I guess if you've got the 2 grenades and you know you're gonna die,
Yeah.
you might as well try to do some damage. Didn't work very well, but you know, he gave it the old college try.
But now the blob is going crazy in the town. It's just eating people left and right, squishes them on the ground. The Reverend sees it, is like, it's been prophesized, oh no. We see some guys with a flamethrower, they start using it, but they get fucked up immediately.
Oh yeah, the flamethrower one's the worst because it's like the blob follows the flame to the barrel of the flamethrower and then blocks it so that the tank then explodes. I was like, oh.
Yeah, which then sets the Reverend on fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's on fire. I was just thinking if you got on fire or just melted a little bit by the guy, but
Yeah, it's like his face is on fire.
yeah, but luckily for him, Meg is around with the fire extinguisher they brought in case something goes wrong with the flamethrower, so he's saved for now. And she uses the sorry. use the extinguisher against the blob. He's like, oh, it's the cold the thing. Also, I have to ask, is that stuff inside extinguishers actually cold?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And I never used it or checked it. I thought
It's
it was
not like it won't freeze something solid if you
right.
spray it. Like, but it definitely is cold.
Okay. I just now thought about it, what exactly is in there, but yeah, there you go. I expected it to be something like that. I was just not sure how crazy it would be. But yeah, they use that to hold it off. They get some more fire extinguishers from inside, just to stop it from getting inside the place they're in right now. I guess it's like town hall or something.
They're not killing it with the fire extinguishers, but they are pissing it off and like making it, keeping it at bay. That would be the word for it.
Yeah. In the meantime, Flag is getting the big old ice truck, snowmaker truck, and just drives it all the way to the town hall and opens it up. But unfortunately for Briggs, he gets grabbed while they try to shut down the door, shut the door close. And
which actually made me kind of sad. I was like, oh, Briggs. I was like, he had his redemption arc where he realized that just because Flag is the town ruffian, he's not an asshole. And then like we lost him like in the next scene.
He gets folded in half and grabbed through. It's pretty nasty.
It's like, imagine picture if the blob grabs him by like the stomach, like abdomen, and then pulls him, but his legs go back as well as his head going back. So he gets like just folded 90 degrees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the blob is rather big now. It's just kind of covering the whole entry area of that town hall.
Kaiju size it even.
Yeah, Flag arrives and just starts spraying the stuff on it, and it gets kind of angry, and he puts it into high gear and just drives into it, but all he manages is to flip the truck over and make the whole, ice part of the truck roll away. So that was unfortunate that happened that way.
Mm-hmm.
Mac checks, is like, he calls him Brian, actually, not Flag. I think that's the first time I realized he's called Brian is his first name, because I just saw everybody call him Flag, so I don't know if that's...
I think Meg calls him Brian a few times.
Okay, that's the only time I noticed it. Maybe because it was like the ending part of it. But yeah, Flag, or Brian, is in the truck upside down, and the blob is starting to eat the truck. I was like, oh, that's bad times. But it's time for Mac to have her badass moment. She grabs the rifle and also another satchel charge. She realized, okay, I'm gonna distract the blob and get it over to the ice truck and blow up the ice truck to have all the ice in there explode over the blob and freeze it potentially.
Yeah, I do like that both Flag and Meg are like very proactive. Like even in this whole ending scene, they are constantly trying to think of things they can do to stop it and just doing it. Like they're not really panicking. They're not like looking at anyone else help. They're just like, oh no, this is something that might work. I'm gonna try it, and then they just do it. Flag goes to get the snowmaker. She's like, okay, well, snowmaker's flipped over. I guess I can blow the thing up, and then that might do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they do. The blob goes after her. She primes the charge. Flag gets out. But also, she gets stuck somehow, like on a cable, I think.
The hose, one of the hoses.
Flag helps her out. They get away. The thing explodes, and the blob explodes into tiny pieces of iced blob.
Yeah.
And the day is saved. Hooray!
Yeah, and then even like the mechanic guy was like, all right, let's get this thing, let's get all these things into coolers and then bring it to a deep freeze before dawn.
Yeah.
if it melts, this might still be a huge problem.
Exactly. And I assume that's what they do. Everyone is reunited, and it's all good times. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And the town is saved. But we got one more scene, because the Reverend, he's seen the apocalypse coming. He's seen it, and he's like somewhere somewhere outside in the tent, holding like a I know.
Yeah, he's become like a one of those sort of backwoods preachers where he's
Yeah.
got like a tent chapel, and he seems to have gotten a lot more what's the word for it? Like radicalized in his faith. He's
I mean, just look how he
like,
looks. He has like one side shaded because his eye is fucked up from the fire he was in,
mm,
and he does like
his
the
face
thing.
is all half burned.
I'm waiting for a message from God to warn everybody, and only the faithful brothers and sisters are gonna be able to survive. And then he goes back into his little back room in the tent, has a little sippy of the alcatisms, and the one lady's like, "When, Reverend, when?" He's like, "Soon, my lady, soon. I'll get a message from God, I'm pretty sure." And he holds up the
It's a
little
little
jar
jar,
with the blob that he picked up at some point. And he's keeping it
little
on it,
tiny blob.
which I guess is some sequel bait right here, which I assume did not happen because this movie did not do well.
Yeah, no, I don't think it did.
And that's how it
But even
ends.
just like as an end of a horror movie thing, it's like, oh yeah, now, but like, what if there are like little pieces of the blob that people have recovered and are going to use for their own means? And
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was a nice little scene to have at the end there, and just overall, I was pretty impressed with this movie. I was like, yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, it just cements that practical is just fucking awesome. It's just
Mhm.
you can do so many cool things with it, and these effects have aged particularly well. Like they look really good still. There's some
Yeah,
odd CGI here. I mean, for the time, it was probably all right. But when the big blob follows them around, they have like a little chase. It looks a bit wonky, but that's just it's 1988, so I don't expect anything crazy to.
I think there was another remake in like 2007 or something like that, but I'm almost curious to check it out because I feel like the effects won't be nearly as good.
Yeah,
I believe it has Superman from Smallville in it,
yeah.
Tom Welling. Didn't see
They
it though.
they used CO2 fire extinguishers in the original to force it into a walk-in freezer. Ah, okay.
No, there you go.
And in the original, they transport the blob to Antarctica and say, "Hope this place never melts." Huh? Whoops. But yeah, I mean the fucking effects are just so great. I was constantly impressed how good they still look, and
hmm
the narrative is competent enough to get you through the movie. It's nothing that makes me go, "Ugh, nah, gross" or whatever. It's yeah, it's a nice movie. I really liked it. I would recommend watching it. It's pretty neat. It is pretty
Yeah, it's
fucking neat.
it makes me think too that like when you consider the scale of this and like all the things that are happening, it's like so many of this type of movie is still being made today. It's just they for some reason don't care about the script at all. Like they're just like everyone is just going to be retarded,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's how everything in this movie is going to happen. And it's just nice to see one with like a script that functions.
Yep. And yeah, the gory effects are just really fun. The kills are really fun, and everyone is afraid of the blob. No one is like, "I'm gonna get it," until obviously
Yeah,
at the end when they have a reasonable way to actually get rid of it, possibly. But
Axel Shadow says this movie needs a remake. This movie is a remake, and it has since gotten a remake. But I guess well, maybe if it's in every 30 years we get a Blob movie, we're almost due.
yeah. If you want another 80s film for horror season, The Return of the Living Dead from 1985. Practical effects, punk rock, a bit comedy, and generally horrifying in places.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't think I've ever seen that one.
I have. It's been quite some time.
Mm-hmm. This was made during a time when remakes were competent and arguably better than the originals. I mean, The Thing is another one, right?
Yeah, the Thing and The Fly, I think, are the
Mm-hmm.
big ones from this era that, yes, it's a remake of an old movie. Yes, people have arguments for those old movies also still being good, but it's like these 80s remakes were just like, hey, what if we did that, but with like the way visual effects have gotten better in like the time we can actually like do something that's actually horrifying.
Right.
And I think the problem we'll run into with remaking things now is visual effects have gotten really good. The answer to that is almost always let's do CGI. And especially when you're dealing with things like horror movies, they tend to not want to pump like $200 million into a scary movie. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
they'll probably still decide, yeah, let's just use CGI, but it ends up looking like shit. And and that is the issue. So it's not that no one could remake a movie, like an older movie, and have it be better than the original today. It's just that they really have to like think about their priorities, and generally good, really difficult artistically and hard to do, but better looking practical effects always loses out over still pretty good looking some of the time, but
Mm-hmm.
CGI is so cheaper and like easier.
Yeah. Absolutely. Because today you would just get some CGI slop,
It's
and
okay, Jojo.
that's it. Just uses use CGI as an addition, not as the main thing. It's just so gross. Or use it wisely at least. I don't know. I mean, Godzilla -1, that shit was just so good the way it looked, and that was cheap to
Well,
make.
and I think a big part of that too is because the director was like a visual effects guy. So he
Yeah.
like designed the movie around here's how visual effects can actually look good. Whereas if you have a very visual effect heavy movie that's made by people who don't understand the way to properly use visual effects, they just then say to an animation studio, yeah, put this in there and this in there, and then like these shots of this monster in full sunlight and it'll look fine because CGI, you guys are wizards, right? And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
no.
Not really. We need time too. So yeah.
Time and planning helps a lot.
But yeah, go check that one out if you haven't. It's a fun watch. It's a fast watch as well.
It's
And
like an hour and a half.
yeah, check that shit out. And I
Mhm.
guess that. That was a quick one today,
Yeah.
but a good one. Good
Fast
movie.
forward. What do you think about that, Jojo?
Ah! Does it mean I get food earlier?
Maybe.
uh, but yeah, that's that for today, I guess. I mean, tomorrow I'll be playing some more Silk Song. I got like 2 more streams of Silk Song before I have to switch over to Silent Hill F in preparation for the Forge. We're doing that in a couple of weeks. So I might have
Hooray.
to pause Silk Song for a little bit to get through that game, or maybe switch it up back and forth because there's much more game left, but there's already a new game coming out, and it's a lot of games happening. I also got Ninja Gaiden 4 on the horizon too. Uh, yeah,
That's a month today, I guess.
wait, so I might have to switch back and forth between the two. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I definitely want to finish it because Silk Song has been quite good. As brutal as it is, I've really enjoyed playing it. 24 hour Silk Song stream. No, I have to work. But yeah, you got anything going on top of that, Mark? You want
Eh,
something?
not really. Just gearing up for Silent Hill F work, and yeah, I finished at least the base ending of Silk Song, but I might go back and like see if I can try to figure out the alternate things to do. And I finished the new Shinobi game too, Art of Vengeance, with having 100%ed pretty much every single level because
Nice.
it's significantly easier than Silk Song. There are Metroidvania elements to this game, but it's Metroidvania like levels, so like it's like divided into individual levels that you can like go back to like from the map menu, and it tells you very clearly what secrets are in each level. It doesn't tell you where they are, but it's like you know what you have left to uncover. So yeah, it makes it pretty easy to just compartmentalize each one and clear them all. So yeah, I got full 100% completion in every single level, beat the secret boss, and I think the only things left even for achievements would be getting through the boss rush mode. And there's like an arcade mode and it says get S rank in every level. And I'm just like, I don't know if I have the patience to do that. But I had a decent time with it. Although I would say that if you're looking for if you wanted to be on the Silk Song train, but you're scared of all the people who say that it's an impossible game for sweaty nerds who do nothing but play video games, Shinobi is significantly easier.
No, okay.
So yeah, that's
Someone
fun
on
to
the
check
internet
out.
is
It's
claiming.
still quite fun.
Also, now someone on the internet is claiming having a job is a disability, and that's why Silksong should have an easy difficulty, and everyone is shitting on them. That's a funny thing to say.
You'll get that a lot though, and if it's not a job, it's a family to be like, I can't afford to spend 50 hours on this game. It's like, I know you're lying though, because you would play 5 10-hour games, right?
Yeah.
And it's just more money you're spending. It's not any less time. Like,
Yeah. Very well. Well, I guess I'll see everybody tomorrow for Schnilk Schnong, and I'm gonna play more of that. With that, I guess we'll say goodbye for tonight, and we'll be back next week with something other spooky, because spooky season is starting up, and I don't like how my calendar looks right now, because that's always busy, and not gonna be any different this year, but there's gonna be some fun stuff coming, and I'm excited. So,
indeed. What do you think about that, Jojo?
awesome.
Oh,
She
just did actually her cute little purr, but it doesn't get picked up on my mic.
All
Just
right.
went.
All right. See you guys later. Goodbye.
Later, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.